Despite the passage of time, there are still mysteries that humanity is striving to unravel. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, dubbed as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, remains one of the most intriguing tales. Although there is no definitive answer to its existence, over generations, it has continued to be regarded as a marvel of ancient engineering. Whether real or not, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon are still honored as a grand architectural achievement, an emblem of human creativity and skill in the past. It stands as an extraordinary feat, a masterpiece of mankind, still existing in our minds as a beacon in the history of humanity. According to legend, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon were situated adjacent to a grand palace, known as the Wonder of the World, built by King Nebuchadnezzar II of Babylon during the Neo-Babylonian period, 605–562 BCE. It was said to have been constructed for his wife, Amadis of Media, now Iran, to soothe her longing for her homeland, which was characterized by lush hills and valleys. The gardens are also linked to the legendary Queen Semiramis, who is believed to have ruled Babylon in the 9th century BCE. Hence, it is also known as Semiramis's Hanging Gardens. Historical records place the gardens next to the king's palace, bordering the Euphrates River in the Mesopotamian region, approximately 85 kilometers south of the city of Baghdad. The term Hanging Gardens derives from descriptions of the gardens being built on tiered stone terraces. Some sources emphasize that the plants were cultivated and maintained in a hanging fashion on different levels to create a suspended ambiance. According to archaeologists, water was transported from the river to the gardens through a system of continuously rotating chains of buckets, operated by a large workforce on a daily basis to irrigate and tend to the vegetation, ensuring the perpetual lushness of the Hanging Gardens. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon have been extensively documented in the writings of Greek historians, such as Strabo and Diodorus Siculus, but notably lack material evidence of their presence. In fact, there are no surviving Babylonian records of such gardens. To explain this discrepancy, 3 hypotheses have been proposed. Firstly, some researchers argue that the gardens were merely a legend, and the descriptions mentioned in the writings of ancient Greek and Roman authors are idealized depictions of an Eastern garden. Secondly, there is a hypothesis suggesting that the Hanging Gardens did indeed exist in Babylon but were completely destroyed around the 1st century BCE. Thirdly, some believe that the gardens mentioned in the legend are actually the Hanging Gardens constructed by King Sennacherib of Assyria, 704–681 BCE, in the capital city of Nineveh, along the Tigris River, near the modern city of Mosul. These hypotheses continue to be debated and researched in order to ascertain the accurate existence and nature of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. A notable divergence in Philo's list of ancient monuments known as themata is the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Unlike other sites, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon are not located in the Eastern Mediterranean region typically associated with Greek culture. Philo describes the Hanging Gardens of Babylon as a remarkable structure built on a large stone foundation, covered with a thick layer of soil, planted with various fruit trees and fragrant flowers, creating a hanging garden suspended over the heads of the beholders. However, the precise issue of the existence of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon remains a major puzzle in the study and discussion of ancient history. While many historians have written about the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, notably, there is no material evidence or ancient documents from the Babylonians proving its existence. Herodotus, a renowned Greek historian of the 5th century BCE in his works, does not mention this area when describing Babylon. Moreover, documents from the time of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, also do not record any hanging gardens in the city. This absence raises questions about the accuracy of the connection between the Hanging Gardens of Babylon and Babylon itself, and whether there might be another explanation for its origin and location. Some experts have hypothesized that the Hanging Gardens of Babylon may not have been located in Babylon but possibly in another city. There are opinions suggesting it might have been in the ancient city of Nineveh, near Mosul in northern Iraq. This opens up a new avenue in research, seeking evidence and information to verify or refute this hypothesis. Part of this argument stems from considering the descriptions of ancient relics in ancient documents. Some of the confusion may arise from conflating Babylon with Nineveh, two major cities in the ancient Mesopotamian region. Greek texts often blur the lines between these two kingdoms, and this misunderstanding may have led to confusion about the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Recently, Dr. Stephanie Daly, an archaeologist at the University of Oxford, proposed an intriguing hypothesis about the location of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Based on meticulous research of ancient documents and clues in museums, Daly suggests that the Hanging Gardens of Babylon could have been in Nineveh rather than Babylon. She argues that confusion between the two cities and inaccurate differentiation between them may have led to misunderstandings about the location of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Part of Daly's argument is based on the discovery of some new evidence. In the records of Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, from the time of his grandson Ashurbanipal, there is a description of orchards with a slope created to mimic the Amanus mountain range. Water was brought up through pipe systems and water channels, a description remarkably similar to what is described about the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. This opens up a new possibility that the Hanging Gardens of Babylon may have actually been a creation of Sennacherib, not Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. Thus, this famous garden might be located in the ancient city of Nineveh near Mosul, approximately 563 kilometers north of Babylon in Iraq. For many archaeologists, Daly's hypothesis has opened up a new approach in the study of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. If this hypothesis is correct, it will solve a major mystery in classical studies and shed light on the origin and location of one of the greatest legacies of ancient civilization. As we delve into the truth about the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, we must look back to the era of ancient Babylonian civilization. In a time when technology was limited and construction methods were not as advanced as they are today, could they have created such a marvelous structure solely through their intelligence and understanding of nature? There is a popular theory that the Hanging Gardens of Babylon relied not only on technology, but also on a deep understanding of nature and biology. So, what drove them to achieve this? Did they use their knowledge of horticulture and biology to create a complex system of nurturing vegetation on different tiers of the structure? This could explain why the Hanging Gardens of Babylon could thrive and flourish in an environment without modern technology. Moreover, there are assumptions that the builders of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon employed advanced agricultural methods, possibly developed from the region's rich agricultural heritage. They may have known how to utilize water from the Euphrates River and irrigation canal systems to efficiently water the plants. With their knowledge of nature and biology, they might have selected suitable plant species and cultivation methods to ensure that the Hanging Gardens of Babylon could exist and thrive robustly. This allowed them to create one of the ancient world's wonders, a symbol of human creativity and power. The secret may lie in the intelligent combination of culture and nature. There are theories that the builders understood the relationship between different plant species and the environment, selecting the appropriate plants to create a lush green landscape on the garden's tiers. It's possible they utilized biological knowledge, choosing plant species that could thrive under specific environmental conditions, creating a mini ecosystem within the city. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon could be a symbol of profound understanding of the environment and nature, reflecting reverence for natural beauty. If the builders had the ability to apply natural creativity to technology, it would be a significant step forward and evidence of intelligent interaction between humans and the environment. What do you think about the truths of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to follow more videos exploring ancient history with me. Thank you for paying attention and listening.